Overall, I want this video to help you think, based on the attacks that I'm running and based on their base cooldown time, do I really need to run a lot of extra speed? You might really want to consider not running speed investment on a fast Pokemon. I've done some testing of the new speed system in Pokémon Legends Z-A and how it affects attack cooldowns. I've done quite a few comparisons here. Granted, I don't have a Pokemon that's level 100 with a very, very high speed stat, so some of the testing may still be left to be determined. However, I do think we have enough information here to clearly say that speed is going to be very important in some of these battles. Before you see some of the examples, I am going to lay down a little bit of background information for some people who might be a little bit unfamiliar with how the speed stat has changed. Since battles now take place in real time, you don't have to worry about outspeeding your opponent. However, the speed stat does greatly impact a move's cooldown. Stated otherwise, the higher your Pokemon's speed, the lower the cooldown it'll have between using the same move over and over again. Based on a little bit of testing that I did, it seems that there is a percentage of the cooldown that is reduced based on the Pokemon's speed. The higher that speed is, the greater the amount that will be reduced from the base cooldown. You might be thinking to yourself, Brian, why does this matter at all? Well, it has some pretty interesting implications for building your Pokemon for competitive play. Otherwise stated once again, you might want to experiment a little bit farther with your Pokemon builds to see, does doing 252 speed EVs actually benefit you? Or would you be better off just doing 200 speed EVs, or maybe, 152 or something like that? Is this actually faster, or am I just wasting EV potential? This video is definitely more geared toward competitive players, but I just think it's interesting overall to see how these mechanics work in the new game. So even if you're not a competitive player, I hope that you will find this interesting as well. So in case you didn't know, in the Fist of Justice Dojo, there is a training dummy. So we can get a better idea of these cooldowns all within here. Tepig's level 55. He's got a speed of 66. Charizard's level 70, a speed of 171. And now for Charizard. It shouldn't matter that he's Mega Evolved, but that is a hell of a lot faster. You'll notice that the timer that is on screen will not match the final time. That's because the time that's on screen is actually referencing the frames of the video, and I have converted that into milliseconds. Now let's test Tackle with our level 3 Scatterbug. Level 21. Okay, he jumped from 7 to 25. Now let's see how this difference will impact the Tackle cooldown. Okay, now we're level 40 with a speed of 42. Let's see how this impacts the Tackle cooldown. Definitely see it's faster. It is now level 69. Thank you to the power of Candy for giving us the nice number. But it now has a speed of 71. So let's see the Tackle cooldown. Here you go. Scatterbug now has 100 speed EVs. What is your speed? He's at the 90 speed. He's 90 speed now. Let's see the difference. Alright, so we have a level 74 Talonflame with 280 speed versus a level 3 Fletchling with 8 speed. Let's see the difference here. Fletchling go first. That's definitely going to be the full 4-second cooldown. We've got Charizard once again with 171 speed. Going out against Talonflame that has 280 speed, both are going to be using Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz has a base cooldown of 8 seconds. I was curious to see what Quick Attack, being a very, very low cooldown move already at a base of 3 seconds, how that might be impacted by a speed stat. Next, I was curious to see if Agility would help Quick Attack maybe break some kind of barrier as far as cooldown speed. The last test, Talonflame and Fletchling, even though they are so far apart in speed, both clocked in at 3 seconds, which is leading me to believe that the minimum time for an attack cooldown could possibly be is 3 seconds, no matter what. No matter how fast you are, you'll never get it below 3 seconds, I don't think. Okay, I was also curious and I wanted to try a move that has a very, very long cooldown, so I went with Protect to see what the cooldown might look like across a few different Pokemon. So it's a 15-second base cooldown, so of course, Fletchling is probably going to be waiting the full 15 seconds when it's at level 3 with only, I think, 8 speed. Alright, now let's see. Charizard's Protect. It might get interrupted here by the Mega Evolution changing. Let's see. Okay, now we still see the cooldown. That's good. Okay. And then lastly, we have our fastest Pokemon, our Talonflame. It looks to be about the same speed as Charizard. I might be wrong, though. Let's see if Agility has any impact on the Protect cooldown. It's not looking like it's going to. All right, there we go. Okay, I was able to get Talonflame back to level 45 by just resetting and not using the candies, and it has practically the same speed now as Charizard, so I'm very curious to see if using Agility will actually impact your cooldown speed, like it in theory should, because it makes you faster, and therefore if you're faster, your cooldown should be shorter, right? So here's Charizard's Protect. Okay, so I just turned Charizard's Protect into a plus move after seeing the last footage was significantly slower using Protect while Charizard was not Mega'd. I don't think that should actually impact anything, but maybe this is why, huh? Plus Protect. Is the plus move variant of Protect actually faster? Let's see. Charizard's Flare Blitz. Talonflame's Protect before Agility. Here's Talonflame's Protect with Agility. Here's Talonflame's Flare Blitz without Agility. Here's Talonflame's Flare Blitz with Agility. So you might be wondering, what does all this mean? What did I just learn from your testing? Let's go over it real quick. It seems that the lowest a Pokemon's move cooldown can ever be is 3 seconds. Number 2, Agility does not actually increase your Pokemon's speed stat. Therefore, Agility does not help decrease the cooldown of your Pokemon's moves. Number 3, Protect Plus has a built-in cooldown reduction. I'm not sure what other plus moves might have this feature, but I can confirm at the very least that Flare Blitz does not have a cooldown reduction built in for its plus move variant. Additionally, in some cases such as Talonflame's, we can see the Protect cooldown, which originally is 15 seconds base, gets reduced almost by half just with how fast Talonflame is. That number still could be reduced further potentially with a Pokemon that's even faster. So keep that in mind for attacks that have a really, really long cooldown. The faster your Pokemon is, it might keep going down until it potentially gets close to 3 seconds. I can't test that at the moment because I just don't have a Pokemon that's faster than that Talonflame, but if anybody else would like to test it, please do. I'm going to leave the math to the people that are good at that, so anyone in the community that might be good at math, please help us out here. We'd love to have some more information. There's still a lot to be uncovered with Pokémon Legends Z-A, but I hope this video gave you a little bit more insight into the speed stat, how it works to reduce your Pokemon's cooldowns, and how that might impact your team building. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Pokémon Legends Z-A content.